he was a little kid, and just, I mean, with the 8 championships, that pretty much tells you the guy's got the gusto to do whatever it is. And I don't think this is going to be, if Burkhart can catch him, this would be any kind of easy pass.
Well, let's think about some possibilities, too. If the two of them get locked in an absolute battle, and then one of them makes a mistake and takes them both out, hands everything over to Doug Henry, who is currently the bronze medalist, and last year, remember, was the gold medalist. So with 5 to go, there is so much that can happen.
Well, the one thing we got to remember is Wardy was kind of hating on McGrath a little bit for slipping up, and I think Ward is a guy who's very cerebral and will keep it very smart. Maybe the youngster Burkhart will go for a do-or-die pass. That would be the scenario, and you know what? If he can get close enough as these laps wind down, he will go for the pass. And I have a feeling, with some supercross background in his history there for Burkhart, he is thinking, if I get close enough, I can make the move. If I have to bump, I'll bump the pass.
They continue to work their way through lap traffic. Coming around to the New Zealander, Daryl Atkins now. And look at there, and that straightaway, there is no question Burkhart has him definitely in his vision. The other thing, too, is when you're talking Ward, you're talking so much experience. Could Ward pull him into a bad move?
Well, he definitely could, some kind of setup. But here's the thing. Burkhart can now see the prey at all times. This is going to make you push just that little bit harder. Not that Burkhart hasn't been pushing, but now he can smell the blood. He can see the blood in the water. He's like, okay, I'm reeling him in. I'm running out of time. His pit board is telling him how many laps are left. He knows he needs to get on his game. We'll see if Jeff Ward feels the pressure here. And taking a look, Wardy.
Well, he really lets it goes out, catches a tough block. Now, what is that? Is that the tire going away, or is Wardy just beginning to tire?
Well, I'm not sure where that tough block came from, if that was where it was set up originally. But now we're taking a look. I mean, this is more than close. This is right there. Things are happening. When they go across this finish line, 3 will be to go.
Right together on the course. Now less than 2 seconds separate them. And in fact, the time no longer matters. It's all visual. It's all now measured in inches. Tough block still out on the course. They all managed to get around it safely.
And again, the lap rider coming into play in between here. The lapper was nice enough to make room for Wardy. Let's see and make sure that he knows that Burkhart is there, and he does. He goes extremely wide in that corner, giving space to Burkhart, but it looks like Burkhart might have changed up his line just a little bit. Now here comes the lapper right back in there. That's Josh Chisholm, who got in last moment because of the crash by Eddie Seal in last practice here today.
Ward is all over the place. Tires are beginning to go away. They're both tired. They have 3 laps to go. And that, just a matter of feet now, is the interval between gold and silver. Can Wardy finally get it done? This could be his day.
And he's been the favorite, as you said, Paul, coming in the first couple of years. Not as much talk this year about Wardy, even though he is a huge favorite. The fans are cheering these guys on as they're in the stadium. He's being a little tentative on that flat track section. It looks like Burkhart trying to push there.
Burkhart closes in. They turned across the finish line again. And now just 2 to go. Can Ward hold them off? They come up the hill together. Doug Henry, by the way, is in 3rd place, but he's about 20 seconds back. Oh, listen to the chatter of the tires and the brakes as they come through those corners.
And you can see Burkhart apexing a little wider there coming out of turn, but a little bit of a hiccup coming into that right-hander.
Catching and passing Ward. That's the goal. Let me tell you, that pass is going to be tough. Wardy will not give it up easily.
You see Burkhart cutting it a little tighter to the inside there. Now let's watch when they get over to this section. These right-hand turns dump off into a left. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 rights in a row, and then the left where they get onto the very slick area going into the stadium. That is where that hole has been developing.
What a race.
There's the hole. Wardy hitting it that time by. Oh, this is it. Nose to tail. Now, if I'm Burkhardt, I'm saying you make the move on the dirt. Maybe not this lap. Maybe the next lap. He's got to run on him. Got to be careful here. He's been attacking. He's out in the slippery stuff just a bit.
Oh, he gets the back end out, continues his pursuit of Ward. Ward heads for the finish line. As he crosses it, it'll be one more lap to go. All he has to do is hold on for that final lap, and it'll be his. But for Burkhardt, this is do or die time. So what point on the course does he pick for the pass? I'm thinking he's going to wait until he gets back in the stadium.
He definitely, it looks like it's going to be a stadium move. Burkhardt has been faster on the asphalt. Let's watch. See how he apexes farther out. I think he's going to pull in on Ward, and he's going to try to go underneath him, maybe right in the rhythm section, and make the move right at the end of that 288 feet scary rhythm. Maybe earlier, though. He has the speed. He's picking up. Maybe more tire left here, but I would be surprised because Burkhardt has been charging hard. Look at him going
inside.
inside.
Goes for the inside line, but Ward cuts him off. And that cost him some. It's what I was suggesting on where do you pick your move, because once you commit to it, you've really got a problem catching back up. That may have been a big mistake.
Well, he has been catching up. Watch Wardy, this next right turn. There's two of them. Wardy's been kind of double apexing him. Watch Burkhardt kind of going all the way around smooth. This is where he's been picking up time. It's going to be right on his tail, right on his back tire as they come back into the stadium. Watch for a supercross block pass, possibly.
On the final lap, they're nose to tail as they come back onto the dirt for the final time. The crowd cheers them both on. Slower rider just ahead. Ward heads for the final left-hander. Couple of jumps and then a right-hander. Will he hold him off? Will this other rider figure into it? Jeff Ward looking so good. And they go for the line. They go for it nearly side by side. Ward's won it. Jeff Ward takes the gold. Burkhardt the silver. What a race.
Incredible effort by both Burkhardt and Ward. Ward, the very smart racer. Woo! 8 AMA championships and now an X Games gold medal at 45 years of age. What a career for Jeff Ward.
Boy, he gives the rest of us hope, doesn't he? That he can do that. Watch the crew. They're watching up on a monitor. Yep, Jeff Ward takes the win. Pastrana can only manage a 10th.
And doing it for the Troy Lee Designs team. And Troy Lee will be very excited about that, fielding quite a group of riders here. Wardy on the Honda takes the win over Burkhardt, and we only have to wonder what might have been had Doug Henry not had to do the double pit stops by his own mistake.
Exactly, because he only comes in 24 seconds back, so that's just barely a pit stop plus deceleration and acceleration. Troy Lee, you talk about him, one of the great guys, has made so many opportunities for so many racers. Came up, sat down in the stand next to us and talked for a few minutes the other day. Just such a good guy. But there is the best right now. Jeff Ward has taken the gold medal. The silver goes to Burkhardt. The bronze goes to Doug Henry. So now he can head out and celebrate with his crew and celebrate a well-deserved and what will be a popular victory. We have just been treated to one of the greatest battles for the lead ever. Supermoto was decided in the last few feet on the 35th and final lap. Jeff Ward holds off the challenging Mark Burkhardt. What a run it was, though.
Definitely an unbelievable. I mean, the long pit stop for Burkhardt possibly costing him the race. The air gun malfunctions for Yamaha, but Jeff Ward on point. This guy proving that he is a true champion, bringing it to X Games. Like we said, it's one thing to catch Wardy, it's a whole nother thing to pass him.
And that may have been one of the critical points in the race as the two were going back and forth. And Burkhardt surprisingly made a bit of a try on the pavement, and it dropped him back just a few feet, but it may have made the difference at the finish. As you see, they're running for the finish. The crowd is screaming. The crowd's going crazy. And as they made that final right-hand turn, they were almost even. There's Burkhart coming to the inside, but Wardy gets to the line first. What a great run.
The checkers and the glory. Look at that. Burkhart going to the inside, but no berm there. Remember, they're running a slick tire. Just kind of wedges a bit, loses all the momentum he has, and can't just get right back on the throttle. But hey, competitors are friends, and high fives are all good.
And they knew it was a good run. Let's go to Jamie Little.
Well, you guys said it. Jeff Ward has been the favorite all 3 years, but for one reason or another, his best finish was 10th until today. The 45-year-old prevails. Jeff, take us through those last few laps with Mark Burkhart, the 26-year-old.
Oh, man, I was wearing down fast, but I just had a game plan just to be consistent and not push it until I needed it. I knew Mark was coming, and I was kind of waiting for him to catch a little bit and then pour it on, maybe try to break it, but he just hung in tough. But, man, I got to thank the Troy Lee team, Honda, Pro Circuit, Dunlop Tires, Red Bull, everybody that supports this team, Monaco Motorhomes, and just had a great time. I couldn't believe I held on. I'm too old for this, but this may be the last opportunity that I have to win a gold medal in the X Games, and I'm pretty pumped.
You've now become the oldest male to win a gold medal.